Outlast 2 is a first-person survival horror video game developed and published by Red Barrel Games. It's kind of a sequel to Outlast that was released in 2013 and features a journalist named Blake Langerman along with his wife Lynn. You start by riding in a helicopter because you're investigative journalists looking for a pregnant woman who went by the name of Jane Doe. She's pretty mysterious, who is wandering around along the Arizona desert. But before you can reach her, before you can find out any more information, your helicopter crashed. Blake wakes up and he can't find his wife. He's in the middle of the desert. It's night time. But his camcorder's absolutely fine. Your camcorder will basically be your lifeline throughout the game. It has a super handy night vision mode, which allows you to zoom in and out so you can see if there's any of the crazy cultists hanging about. Because the area you've managed to drop into is a village inhabited by people who think the end times are coming. So they're a wee bit homicidal, they're a wee bit cannibalistic, your kind of usual in the desert weird guys. So you end up having to run around for a while investigating things, opening doors, crawling in windows, crawling under fences, and if you're me, running into various cacti, nearly dying several times. The game will play tricks on you. If you play it with headphones, you will hear, your usual host of noises, critters, reeds blowing in the wind, whatever else, laughter and inaudible whispers of scary people. So it does give an all-round kind of horror feel to it. The lighting as well is absolutely fantastic because even though it's got quite a plain colour palette, your blacks, your greys, your greens, a red light, they do contrast with each other really well because obviously going into the houses, which are made of wood because they're cabins, it does give it a really traditional horror feel, whereas the moon and the kind of lights you do see in game are usually very bright and white, which make it that bit more creepy because the spotlight's on you and if you've been found you're going to die or you'll have to run like hell. So you stumble along as Blake, trying to find batteries as you go, because obviously it's a video camera and it still uses batteries that only last for about 2.5 minutes if you're running about with it full time. You'll see all sorts of weird guys in hats. It's a bit Freddy Krueger-y, and you just have to run past them till you fall into this well with a big tongue thing that eats you, and then you end up in a school somehow. That's when it starts getting really quite scary because half the doors are locked. You can hide in the lockers for however long you want, really. You'll hear laughter, you can hear things moving up and down the corridors, and then eventually if your battery does run out in your camera and you can't find any more, something will jump out at you after an inexplicable amount of time. It seems to vary. The few times I've played it, it's jumped out at different times in different areas. If you do get stuck, a light kind of shines in a doorway so you know where to go and you can follow that round, and then there's a wee girl and she's laughing and skipping and then she's screaming and you're just like, why are you screaming? And all of a sudden you end up back outside and you're in a cornfield and all the crazy cultists are there and they want to kill you and you have to try and run through this cornfield, and I kept dying because I kept getting attacked by the corn back in my face, or somebody killed me or shot me, or I ran into the fence, and then I hid in a barrel and saw the guy with his little torch and I was like, I'll wait for him to go, but he waited for me and he got me and he pulled me out of the barrel and killed me. Eventually, you will meet up with Lynn again and you can all talk about how completely horrifying that was and injuries and whatever else, but for a demo, it was pretty terrifying and did last a good half an hour, so it's a fair demo. It did give a very good idea of what the game is going to be, and I am not a big horror fan. The last horror game I played was SCP Containment Breach and I just cried nearly through the whole thing, and I did throw my controller away in fear and scream quite a few times during Outlast 2. But if that's your thing, and especially because it's Halloween to give somebody a fright, I would definitely say download it. The game was scheduled for release in fall this year, or autumn I should say, but it's been pushed back like everything else to the first quarter of 2017. So as more details become available, we will keep you updated. So that's that. I've been Lauren Aitken for Out Alive, so you can follow me on Twitter at L_Aitken, and also find my own page at GameNora.wordpress.com. I think. Just search GameNora for WordPress, it's fine. Thanks guys.